Youth in the diaspora for her work and for promoting. Most of her funds that she gets from her books, she donates to genocide survivors in Rwanda and also in Darfur. So Keza Ruzima, please come up and get the award.
I want to thank the Rwanda Convention for giving me this award. I am very honored to receive this award, so thank you very much. Well, let me share this award with those kids in the diaspora and in Rwanda who chose to work hard despite all kinds of challenges and who chose to be a part of a positive change, not only for themselves, but also for a better future for Rwanda, our homeland. Let's continue to work hard with determination, because not only is the right path towards success, but also because we will be setting a good example towards our younger brothers and sisters. Let me also share this award with those parents who, despite their busy schedule, still manage to find time to get involved in our free time. Thank you for always asking us about our teachers, about our performances, and thank you for your regular phone calls to our teachers, asking them how you're performing and if there's anything that needs to be improved. Thank you for signing up your children for a social activity, a sport activity, or a learning activity, rather than letting them spend their free time on the streets or in front of a television set. I'd like to remind you that we, as your children, regardless of our background differences, we have the ability to learn. We have the ability to learn whatever you expose us to, whether it is good or bad. That's why your guidance and support are very critical to our success in our future. Now let me share with you the sad and true story about a very smart kid named Chris Lincoln, whose promising future was cut short because of a series of events related to the lack of his parents' support. The story is from the book I'm reading called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. This book is about how some people succeed in life and how others don't. It's a very fascinating and interesting book. Actually, I wish every parent could read it. Anyways, let me go back to Chris's story. Chris Lincoln was a brilliant kid growing up in Bosman, a small town in Montana, and he was doing very well at school, dreaming to become an academic. But he was living in a very difficult family environment. His stepfather was an alcoholic and an abusing man who never paid attention to his two stepsons and was rarely at home. His mother was from San Francisco with little education. His 3 previous husbands died, including Chris's biological father. Chris managed, however, to finish his high school, and he was offered 2 full scholarships from the University of Chicago and Reed College in Oregon. He dropped Chicago and went to Reed College instead. After just a year and a half there, just before the exams, Chris was told that he could not continue his studies at Reed College because he had lost his scholarship. His mother forgot to renew his scholarship, so he was forced to leave Reed College before the final exams, leaving him with F's on his transcripts, even though he got A's on his previous semesters. So he went back to Bosman, his hometown, and he spent a year and a half there working as a construction worker and as a forest firefighter. Chris was determined to go back to school, so he went to Montana State University, taking math and philosophy. So one day in the middle of the winter, his car broke down and he was living 13 miles away from the university. In fact, his vehicle had lost the transmission and he didn't have enough money to pay for it. And there was no bus for that route, and his classes started at 7:30 a.m. they went to see the university advisor to ask if they could move morning classes to afternoon classes. Because he had a neighbor that could drop him off on afternoon classes. Instead of helping him, the advisor said, quote, "Well, after looking at your transcripts at Rwanda University, you have yet to learn that everyone has to make sacrifices to get an education. Request denied," end quote. He went to see the dean and got the same treatment. With nowhere to turn, Chris dropped out. The dream of becoming an academic ended right there. They went back to work into construction and then became a bouncer in bars. I think Chris's example tells us something, that wanting to work hard and working hard and desire to succeed in life isn't enough for us to be successful. Because we need to have our parents' support and encouragement to be able to succeed, and without it, we may never realize our dream. And so let me again thank those mothers and fathers who take their time to check and read the documents that their children bring back from school and make sure that everything's up to date. Because none of us want to experience what Chris Langan experienced. So please, let's keep on working hard. Thank you very much.